Hello.
Hi, guys.
We're back.
I was like, oh, shit, you caught me off guard with the hilarious. I was like, "Whoop."
I was like, you hit start recording. So I was just like, oh,
I know,
okay,
but
okay.
I'm blind as fuck. So I was like, am I recording? I always, every time we start recording, I'm like, am I recording or am I streaming? Because I'm like, I don't want to stream.
Hell no.
Girl, I don't know if I could. I see people streaming, I'm like, good for you, but I could not.
No, we always have to edit at least two things.
I know, there's some
because sometimes we go left field or like the kids be knocking real hard on the door. That's all you hear.
Can we please have ice cream?
I'm like, no.
Just wait.
You're gonna eat dinner first.
Except that one time I let Harper have a banana split. She was like, can we do that? I was like, it's my house and I'm an adult. Yes. And she was like, okay.
Yeah. She was like, Miss Eddie said so because it's her house. I was like,
and she's an adult.
I was like, that's fine.
Sorry,
well, she
girl.
knew I would be like, what?
I was like, sorry. The boys were like, they had chips and ice cream. Boys are just
It was so
boys.
weird. Yeah.
They're
I was just like, oh, okay. Have fun with that.
I don't know if you saw my post from this weekend. They're
At the skate park?
Yes.
Yeah, that was so freaking cute.
So they're retiling my floors, guys. Which home renovations, dude,
They're terrible.
it's just as stressful as buying a home, honestly. Like, I didn't realize what went into home renovations. Like, aside from, like, getting quotes, getting costs, picking the tile, fucking not having a kitchen, that's been the most stressful. Like, I literally, had I known that, I wouldn't have, not Brittany with the fan.
Oh, that feels good. I'm like, I'm sweaty in these lights.
I wouldn't have just brought groceries. I dropped like $300 on groceries. God damn it.
Sorry.
I was like, no, you're fine.
I know,
girl.
now you can't even cook. She was like, I can't cook. And then she was
I can't
like,
cook.
I'm grocery shopping. I was like, what? Why did you
I
go
know,
grocery
and the guy
shopping?
kind
then?
of was like, oh, well, like, he was like, who gonna tell her?
You gotta be hooked up to some shit to cook on that oven, girl.
Yeah, I've been like straight, I was like, ooh, I felt so bad for her. I was like, wait, okay, before we start then, I need to move some shit. So I have 2 microwaves in my house because, anyways, I have 2 microwaves.
Because you're a Mexican.
I'm a Mexican.
You gotta heat up a lot of leftovers.
Yeah. Well, I don't like when Camden's like, I need to heat up my pizza rolls, and I'm like, I'm cooking. I need to defrost chicken. So, like, I have to have the 2. Plus, the little black one I got that industrial one because, I don't know if you noticed, but if you have to, like, defrost chicken packs in a little one, it's just like, it just, like, never makes it.
It never turns.
And it fucking drives me crazy.
Well, if you just had an ex that listened and would put the meat out when you ask, you wouldn't have to defrost it in the microwave.
My ex, who's like my 3rd child, he's like, what do you need me to do to help you today? I'm like, pick up Cam from the bus stop, drop him off, pull out chicken. And I'm like, okay, what did you do when I get here? And he's like, I got Cam. I'm like, anything else? He's like, oh, fuck. Chicken.
Oh, I forgot.
And sometimes,
remember when you were trying to make us burgers and he was like, oh, no, I didn't pull out any ground beef. And it was in your car still from HEB.
Girl, don't
Thankfully, it was dead of winter. So, like, in Texas, that's
fine.
cold. But still, he was like, oh, it was underneath the seat. You were like, bro, I asked you to take that out like 4 hours ago. How did you not be like, it's not here, so it must still be in the car?
Nope. Nah, that went over his head.
Oh man, girl, I was like, oh goddamn, this is why I don't really date men ever. Hardly, not
this
once.
is why I divorced
hardly
his
ever.
ass 7 years ago. Because the things I'm like, you know what? Good luck, sister.
You're like, you remind me every damn day why we're not together.
In our co-parenting relationship, I'm like, yeah, this is as far as it goes. Like, but so I had to like get all my little what I could, my toaster oven and my microwave, and move it. And he was just like, okay, it's not that serious. But I was like, dude, it is, because my gremlins eat like no one's business. And and so half of my kitchen is.
That's why you need an air fryer.
Well, there's an air fryer on the setting on my toaster oven.
Oh, okay.
So
So, you've been using your toaster
so I've
oven.
been using that for everything, like chicken nuggets and shit, French fries. But I was like, how long is the other half of my kitchen and dining room breakfast nook area gonna take? He was like, probably a couple more days. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna finish this later. So half of my tile is pearl white, and the other half is the old I don't even know what color.
I know. I was like, oh, is this all you're getting done? And she's like, oh, no, I'm getting the rest. But he said a week. And I was like, hell no, I got to cook. I was like,
it's like, I can't be without a kitchen.
I got to cook.
But, dude, between that and just, like, fucking planning for spring break on the last minute, and then, like, work has been just work, and, like, just everything. I know Brittany was telling me before we started that, like, she's fucking been just, like, going nonstop for the last week
and a half. Yeah, I've like either been working my real estate job like nonstop, like out and about, or at the school teaching sign language to the special needs kiddos that are nonverbal, or cleaning houses,
kiddos,
like, and I have 2 kids of my own by myself. So, whew.
But that's okay. So that's what we want to talk about today.
It's been nuts.
Like
the imposter
syndrome. Because I'm like, that's what I was gonna say. The skate park. That was me in my natural habitat. Just like the kids out there, like me out there, like having fun. And I'm like, dude, this is it. Like, I love it. I just love the kids, like, tearing shit up. I'm like, God, if I was a stay-at-home mom, like, this would be my life. Yeah. But I'm not. I'm not a stay-at-home mom. And it's crazy because there's times where I'm like, do I want to be a stay-at-home mom? But then I
think you would really lose your shit at some point.
And I've been on maternity leave twice, and I've almost lost my shit.
I was about to say, you would have peace for a little while, and you'd be like, oh my God, this is what I needed, da-da-da. But then after probably like 2 months or so, you'd be like, I am something besides a mom.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's where I feel imposter syndrome, because, dude, I go to work, and I, like, have to, like, you know, do things and reply to people and just so much.
Type on a computer and shit and do all the emails.
I know. Then every once in a while you get a snarky email from someone who makes double your salary and you're like, bro,
you're like, leave me alone. Literally, leave me alone.
Leave Brittany alone. I'm like, bro, just fucking surviving. Like, it's not that serious, but I'm like, whatever. I'm just like, what is going on? And then, like, even there, like, I'm like, this is like a lot for me. Like, I feel like I step into these, like, different costumes as a mom. Do you ever feel like that?
Yeah. Because, like, sometimes I'm like, okay, here we are, and we're around, like, all of our friends, and everybody is, like, super open and everything. But then I go to, like, a birthday party for one of their school friends, and I'm really quiet, and, like, I'm in the corner, and my kids are in the corner, and they're like, we don't know anybody here. I was like, I know, so be quiet. Like... So, you know what I mean? And then, like, but then I go, say if I'm working with the kiddos at school, they will bite, they will pull hair, they will slap.
They need structure.
You have to have structure. So, like, I go from doing that, and then, like, by the time I get home with my own 2 kids, I don't want to do structure anymore. So I'm just like
all your costumes
I literally go,
off.
hey, guys, you know what's expected. You know you have school tomorrow, so we need to pick out school clothes, make lunches, 2 snacks in your backpack, refill your water bottle. Like, y'all know. And then they'll just be like, Mom, did you work at the school today? I was like, yeah.
But it's crazy you say that because I've seen, like, real estate Brittany, and that bitch was like a boss bitch. She's, like, out there in her pantsuit showing houses.
I love
Kids
it.
are on their tablets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But then I also know, like, to your point, like, when we have get-togethers, it is so much fun, and it's just, like, we can just relax, play music, eat, laugh, be wild. And that is, like, a totally different person. But it's the same for me. I'm like, is no other mom feeling like...
I know when people are like, oh my God, you get so grr about real estate. Like, when they were trying to screw me over on this, I'm like, that's my job. Like, yeah, we're friends on the side. But overall, like, this is my job. Like, this is what I get paid to do. To protect who I'm representing. Right. Like, and I'm not going to let that happen. Like, to where you just feel like you've lost. I will do everything. Right. Yeah, but... That's how it was with Kelly at first. Like, we were friends, and then we got into, like, she started using me to, like, sell her house and buy, and then now sell it again. And she was just like, you know, I loved how you were. And I was just like, yeah, don't expect that from me, like, on the weekend. Like, if we're hanging out.
You're like, that
outside of work.
Version
like,
of me is exhausting.
That's work me. It really is, because it takes a lot of emailing, calls, texts, people being shitty to you, and I had this like older real estate guy try to mansplain something to me one time, and I literally screenshotted in our Texas Association of Realtors the rule, and then sent it to him while he's talking to me on the phone. And I was like, hey, I just texted you. And then he was just like, well, it must have changed recently. I was like, 2 years ago?
I'm dead.
How long have
You've
you
been doing
been-
this too long, sir.
I was like, how long? You've been practicing real estate for 40 years and you didn't know a rule 2 years ago?
Some people don't keep up to date on those things. They
Well,
don't feel
that's
the
on
need to.
them. Shit, I'm not trying to get sued. I'm like, I will.
Sir, if you would like to get sued, that's on you. But
That's you, but not me.
not me. I'm good.
Hell no, I got sued money.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, same. When I'm at work, I am like, even to like, I want to immediately get out of my work clothes. It feels like I'm peeling off a layer of skin that I'm not 100% comfortable in, but I have forced myself to be comfortable to perform the way I need to in my job so I can provide for my children. Right?
Like,
That's also...
it's stability while you're at school and for your kids.
And not only that, but like, dude, being a student is like a totally different costume.
I was about to say, because then you go back and you're like, I'm still in college and I'm only 30. So, like, I'm still young.
I'm not
like,
gonna lie.
I still got it. People were probably like, look at this MILF. Like,
I took the boys to the YMCA after the basketball game on Saturday, and I had Ben with me. And, like, one of the lifeguards, who, like, they're very young at the YMCA. Like,
oh, yeah, they're like
high
17,
schoolers.
18.
He was like, are these all your kids? And, like, he was like, he had just come over from talking from another one, and he was, like, kind of stickering, so I'm sure he was like, go ask that girl, like, what the fuck she doing with all them kids? Like, make it better.
Well, I mean, and Ben is also Mexican, so he looks
Yeah,
like
so
he
he's-
belongs. Like,
yeah, and I
belong
don't ever
here.
be like, oh, this one's not mine. I'm like, yeah, these are my kiddos. Like, just like
Oh,
I have
yeah.
your kiddos, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
these kiddos, all these gremlins,
all them.
all them
All
belong
them.
to me right now. Why? Who did one of them do something? Did one of them do something bad? Because then they're not mine.
Yeah, then I don't know who the fuck these kids are.
I don't know whose kids these are.
Her, that lady over there. That'd be
Ma'am,
me.
your kids.
For a while when Courtney was real busy with work and I'd grab my kids after school, she'd be like, oh my God, can you grab mine? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to go to Urban Air and like fuck off for a couple hours and then come back.
Love that.
And I'd be like watching over 4 kids, like going crazy. I'm like, I could never have 4 fucking kids. Like I just, in my mind, I was like, if somebody came along and wanted to be with me and they also had 2 kids, I'd be like, sorry, I'm busy. I already got 2 kids. Like, that's my max.
Who's gonna
Who's gonna watch your 2?
I can't do that.
I watch my 2, but I don't know.
See, and I'm lucky
2 more?
because
Hell
Ben is
no.
actually a very chill child.
I was about to say, he's very, like, does
Zen.
his own thing. He's like Harper. Like, he kind of
He's
just,
low
like...
maintenance.
Yes, low maintenance.
He's low maintenance.
I was about to say, Landon and Cam. Mom, mom.
Yes,
You're
they're
like,
very needy. I'd be like, guys, they would be on the other side of the Y, like jumping one of like the freaking fences to get in the splash pad. I don't know, but he like came over and was like,
Literally.
I was like, yeah, these are mine, and he was like, okay, and that was it. And he walked off. I was like, why? And he was like, no, I was just wondering, because in my head, I did panic for a second. I was like, fuck, did one of them do something?
What happened? We just got here.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because the boys also took a while to get out of the locker room, but it's because they went to the opposite end. I was like, if you go past, damn it, you and this fan.
it feels so good.
I'm like, if you go past the showers, you'll end up right at the pool. I waited 20 minutes before I like saw a man going in there, and I flagged him. I was like, sir, can you just...
Are they jerking off in there? Tell them to get the fuck out.
I was like, can you just please go in there and yell out Cam and Ben and tell me if anyone replies? He was like, yeah. And so he came out and he was like, no one's responding. And I was like, fuck. So I went on the other side and they were waiting in the hallway that like leads to the main entrance. And I was like, guys.
Oh, at least they were waiting,
They
though.
were
At least they
waiting,
didn't go in. My kids would have been like, fuck you, Mom, I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
you waited. I waited here for 5 minutes, Mom. You're just like, then you all dock, it's like 1 minute. You're like, 5? Really?
So I was like, okay, they didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, like being a student, that's what I'm saying. It's just like all these different hats that I have to wear. And I'm just like,
It's like the
God, I'm
masks,
tired.
too.
It
It's
is.
like, for another example, like I go from, real estate where I am very close with all my clients. They're usually all my friends. But then
Yeah.
I go to like a birthday party for my kids' friends that I don't really know. And then I'm just sitting there and people are like, that is not you at all. I'm like, it's me for this instance.
right, you're
Like,
quiet.
I am quiet. Like, if it's not my birthday, it's not my celebration, I'm usually very quiet. I was like, any other time, game on. I was like, but that's when people are like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing is wrong. Like,
But see,
I'm reading the room because I don't know any of these people.
right. But I think also, too, a lot of times, especially like with our careers and being a mom and having to wear all these different hats, we're quick to be labeled as extroverts. I personally don't think I'm an extrovert.
You're not.
I like to be quiet.
Well, and
enjoy
you like to be
silence.
home.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, you like to be home.
Yes, people are like, Eddie's an extrovert. I'm like, anyone who really knows me is like...
You only are when you get that random girls' night out that we we hardly ever get with each other.
Yes.
But when we do get it, then we're like, ah! And people are like, oh, people are attracted to that, though.
Right.
That's why.
But we're like... all the time.
Yeah, but then we're like, you should know that 95% of the time I'm in my bed. Like,
right. Well, that's why, like, okay,
I like my house. I pay for it. I pay to be there.
I pay rent. I want to enjoy it. But, like, some of my best friends, like, I went to go visit my best friend from college, Kelly and Vanessa. They went on the cruise.
I saw.
Yeah.
How cute.
And
yeah, I saw
like,
y'all's pictures. It was
I know. I was like, because every once in a while, I'm like, I just need to go home. And we always tell each other, come home, right? Like, come as you are, come home, whatever. Yeah. You can always come home. So we are, you know, each other's little safe space. And, like, Kelly, no, like, that's why I love it. The same thing with you guys, too. Like, you, Courtney, I can just, like, sit on y'all's couch and, like, scroll and, like, something's going on. And, like, the kids are just, like, in the background. Like, I don't have to sit there and, like, entertain you.
I'm not going to try to throw you under the bus, but there was one time where she needed, like, 5 hours of some goddamn peace and quiet. And I'm trying to make dinner, and all I hear is... clunk, clunk, clunk. And then Jed goes, uh-oh, from way upstairs. And I'm like...
oh, shit, at your old house?
Yeah, I'm like, my house in Buda. And I'm like, what? And Eddie's like on her phone, and she's like this. She's like, I just need a little bit of peace and quiet. I was like, you're fine. Like, I'm going to go deal with it. He had picked up, I have a lizard, right? And he picked up the cage of crickets and shattered the cage. And crickets were jumping all over my fucking house. And she's like... is everything okay? I was like, yeah, everything's fine. It's fine. Kids, catch fucking crickets. And my kids are all like trying to catch all the crickets. I was like, do not stress Miss Eddie out. She is already very stressed. We will not talk about the crickets. Right when we get downstairs, Harper, he let all the crickets out everywhere, Miss Eddie. I was like, shut the fuck up.
She's like, oh, those crickets.
She was like, oh, never mind. We got them all. We were finding crickets for like a week after that. Like in my laundry room, everywhere around the house. I was like, oh my God. But I was like, don't say anything when we go. Harper's ass. Yeah, Miss Eddie, we were chasing crickets. I was like, shut up.
And I
was like, she was stressed. Leave her alone.
Yeah, because I was overstimulated and I need a second. I'm blessed to have like friends who are like, come over, you can have a second. But that, I think overstimulation for moms, yes, like there's always a lot going on, like noise, crickets, fucking kids.
But he was just like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh, what?
Like, something fucking happened because this kid don't talk.
Yeah, and crickets just fucking flying.
But I think it's also like the exhaustion of, like you said, wearing all these different masks that you're like...
at some point, you don't want to wear fucking anything.
You don't want to wear anything, yeah.
You just want to not exist. And you're like, it's not a depression or like a I want to die, I don't exist. It's like for 5 minutes, it would be nice not to hear mom, 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 or from your spouse. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, you know, it's always somebody who needs you.
Right. And that's the thing too. Actually, I was talking to a coworker who I absolutely like. She's also too. And that's what I'm saying is that, like, you know, not saying that that's not who she is, but I wonder, like, what part of that mask is it? Because I'm like, this girl's a boss girl. Like, she works a really hard job, has very key clients like me. We work closely on those clients. She, like, goes to college at night. Like, she's had, like, 4 or 5 kids, you know, and they're boys. And,
all boys?
All boys. Yes, all boys. So and she's so smart and she's so well spoken. And like the other day, like we were talking, because she's also a friend of mine, and she was like, I was telling my husband and my kids, I hope she's not mad. I'm not saying anything bad, but she really like resonated with me because she was like, I told them, like, isn't it miraculous that like you just open up the cupboard and there's clean cups? You just come home from school and there's dinner.
I know.
Open up the fridge and there's drinks and food. I'm like, girl, yes.
That was me with laundry. That was me with laundry the other day. Elena was like, I'm kind of bored. I was like, that's cool. I was like, come in my room. And he helped me fold 4 loads of laundry of mine, his, and Harper's, and our bath towels, everything. And he was like, that was a lot. I said, I do that twice a week.
Oh my God.
2 days a week. I do that.
I made Cam start putting away his clothes on.
Oh yeah. Now they do. But like, I was just, when he's like, I was bored. I was like, oh, come here.
You're bored.
Come here.
See, I would never.
We got shit to do.
Never dare tell my parents.
Oh hell no. I would find something to do before I would ever tell my mom.
Or I couldn't even look like I was bored because they'd be like, are you sitting? I'd be like, no, I'm cleaning the couch.
I was polishing the
Please don't,
pleather
we don't work
because you know we didn't have leather. I was the pleather, you know.
You know, with the pledge, I'm like, don't want to get in
At least
trouble.
it smells clean, right?
Yeah, well, because if not, they would make me do something. But
There was this mom yesterday who actually told me that her husband, two things make him happy, of course, like being intimate and a clean house. And she was like, you know what's crazy though is like I also work a full-time job and then I take the kids to all their sports and everything, and eating out is really bad for them. So I have a crock pot full of food that I lug around in the back for whenever they're like, Mom, I'm hungry. I put them a bowl of their food in a plastic bowl with a plastic spoon, and they eat it while we're at the baseball fields. And then she goes, and then I come home at 10 and I don't want to clean the house. I was like, so he gets off at 5, right?
So
he can't clean from 5 to 10.
Wearing?
Exactly.
She's
like
work
mom, work, sports mom.
Yeah, chauffeur,
chef,
mom, chef,
chauffeur,
personal chef,
yeah.
chauffeur, yeah, coach. I'm sure she's coach and cheerleader.
Got it. Works.
Home.
Work home.
And you know what? I will say.
And that's bullshit that's still like a thing these days. Like, I hate that.
And I think that's what I always mean by like turning my brain off. I think it's that, but also like I've said it before, like in my current relationship, I can be my true self like I am with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Jonathan, people probably think like he's the introvert. He's not. He's actually the extrovert, to the point where when we're on vacation, he starts talking to people. I'm like,
Stop talking to people. I'm trying to leave.
yes. Like at White Sands, when we went to White Sands, New Mexico, he made friends with this family, and I can hear him talking to him, and I'm literally writing in the sand, trying to put our initials in a heart, because I want to be alone. I can be myself. But I think it does, like, to your point, it takes a partner that's like, this is who she is. She already has to wear enough masks. I'm not going to make her wear more.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Yes.
Yeah.
He'll be like...
Well, and actually, like, me and my spouse kind of not got into it, but like we had a little disagreement about something probably like a week or so ago. Because I was like, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but like on the weekends, I just want some goddamn peace and quiet. I was like, so if you're trying to bring like your drama with your friends or whatever you're going through and you're trying to put that shit on me, I will let you know I'm not the one. Because Sunday through Friday night, I'm a single mom and I do fucking everything by myself, and I work 3 consistent jobs. I was like, so me coming here or like hanging out with you is supposed to be some fucking peace and quiet.
Right, put on a movie, relax.
Literally.
See?
I was like, so anything outside of that, like you trying to fight somebody else, you do that on your own goddamn time. Sunday through Friday when I am with my children alone. You do that, but not Saturday or Sunday. Those days are off limits.
The overstimulated mom, the imposter syndrome mom, like all of that, I agree. We just want to sit, like I said.
I literally was like, I just want some fucking peace and quiet.
Same. That's why I just like I love y'all's company, but there's times where I like just go and sit over there and like just sit.
Just sit, yeah.
And y'all and like we're like, hey, look at this funny meme.
Yeah.
Like it's the
and that's
best.
it.
I love
like
it.
We don't expect anything else.
So much peace.
We're just like,
quiet,
fuck it.
No expectations. Oh, yeah. I need that. I would need that before I become a wife again.
That was where the argument laid. I was like, you have 6 other days of the week that you could tend to this bullshit. Saturdays is not the fucking day. That is my day to just breathe in and out. I mean, I didn't even do it this past Saturday. I went and scrubbed a house for like 5.5 hours. I don't even remember how long it was. But for this depressed Army veteran lady who really deserved it. She actually treated me amazing, tipped me $20. Like, she was great. And then to go home or like to go over and just like deal with craziness, I was like, I'm not the one. Not today. I will blow a gasket at some point and I'll hurt your feelings. And I don't want to do that.
Right.
I just want to, because my kids were with my sister. I just wanted to breathe.
Right, you just have some time.
I was like, I just wanted to breathe.
And that's what's hard when you're in a relationship, and especially when we have like the kind of support and village that we do, is like, it's easy to be like, you know what, I could go to somebody else. And I'm not saying you should do this, but I've caught myself being like, if this is going to be the vibe, I will go to Courtney's house. She lives 5 minutes down the road and be like, can I sit on your couch? She'll be like, yeah, girl.
Oh,
I'm like, I
literally said that. I was like, if this is going to be how this is, my cousin lives right down the street.
Right.
Like, I won't hesitate.
Right.
So
sucks,
you either
but-
fix it or you don't. Like, but
Right.
yeah, as moms, sometimes you just need like 3 hours of like, not where you're asleep, but like where the kids are playing with their friends and you just like,
I feel
you
like
just like woo-saw.
what people don't realize is, like, to put in perspective, like for our partners or maybe others who don't understand, that could be men or women. But for me, what it feels like every day is I wake up and immediately as soon as I open my eyes, I'm shoved on stage and the stage lights are on and they're hot and they're bright and you're sweating
Yeah.
and you're caked on with stage makeup and someone throws a suit on you and says, all right, now your
This
work,
turn,
mom,
yep.
your work boss, baddie.
This
Go
turn.
out there from this time to this time and play this character and you're going to be a boss baddie and you're going to answer emails and you're going to be corporate. And then like...
Okay, wait. I'm gonna strip you of this. Now
Yeah,
you need to
Act
put
2.
Adam Sandler clothes on because now you're mom for the rest of the night. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, you
Yeah,
gotta make
here's your
lunches.
chef ass.
Yeah, like literally. And then after that, it's made. It's clean up from dinner, do laundry, baths, getting their shit ready for school the next day. You're getting ready for the next day.
And
like
then the like
it's
stage
just
hands.
it's like juggling balls 24/7.
Yes. The stage hands are just like moving the background. They're like, okay, you're done playing corporate bag. Like you said, here's your Adam Sandler clothes. Now you're at home. And here's your chef hat. And here's a kitchen. All right.
Oh wait, now
ahead.
put your apron on. You're a maid now.
Yep,
Like,
okay,
and then
yep,
it doesn't
yep.
stop. And
Nope.
then you're still like, wait, when's the last time I showered? Like
Right.
you're literally
Yes.
You're like, hold on.
And
Hair
then-
day was when?
And then the stage lights just cut.
And then they cut, and you're like that. But then 5:30, you're like this again.
And
Oh
the
shit!
stage
I'm
lights are
chef
back on.
for breakfast. I gotta get the kids ready. I gotta get myself
Chauffeur,
ready.
yeah.
I gotta take them to school. Then I gotta go to work. Like,
So
oh girl,
every once
just
in a while,
nonstop. Yeah.
for whatever reason, when you get a night off from being on that stage, you don't want to have to entertain anything.
You don't want anybody to say shit.
Yep.
Nobody can, like, this is your aura, like a heart, and nobody can mess with it. And that's what I was very like, I'm being so nice. This one time.
Yeah.
One time. But this is my one evening where I am kid free and I would like to be at peace.
I agree, girl. Because the
I'm like,
stage
help
lights
me
were off.
or leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, let's say the director got sick, whatever. The one time that you get a break, you don't want to do anything.
Hell no. I just wanted
No.
to relax.
Right. And being your true self, right? A partner or whoever's in your life should understand.
Watching my dumb reality shows that I don't care for if I have my
Whatever
kids
you
there.
wanna
Like,
do.
yeah, that's literally what I wanted to do. Just like lay in bed and just
Yeah.
like watch stupid reality shows.
See, and for me, like, even to, like,
Because I don't do that
Saturday-
with the kids. Like, I don't have time to sit down and watch a show.
Oh,
like,
no, I can't
between when I
remember
get
last
home, I
time I
got
watched a full
dinner.
show.
I gotta do bath. I gotta fucking
People
put
are
them
like,
down
are
for
you
bed.
watching this? I'm like, I haven't watched a series in like 3 years, so.
I know Grey's Anatomy was one of my favorite. I haven't seen the last 3 seasons.
I watch Facebook Shorts while I cook, and it's usually.
I was about to say me too.
It's the Criminal Mind shit. It's like,
But it's also because
at
I don't have
least an
TikTok.
hour.
I don't have TikTok, so I like flipping through those other reels.
Me
'Cause
too.
I'm like,
Well,
it keeps me from getting TikTok.
I guess Facebook is like intuitive, so it will give me like 30 minutes to an hour. Like, this is blah 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 in 2020, and a mom missing. I'm like, ooh, that sounds good, and I'm just like cooking.
I know.
listening to-
I'll pull up. Girl, I even have the Hulu app on my phone. I'll be like, Dateline 2020. I want to watch that new episode. Bling.
because you know what happens.
She was
in an
choked
hour.
in the back of a Camaro. I was like, no, she wasn't. That's a good car.
But also
Like,
because we know that it's like in an hour we'll know like the beginning to end. We don't have time to invest
I don't need the
in a
middle.
series.
Well, and that's why the reality shows thing. Like, I hate all the banter back and forth. Like, okay, for example, my spouse's favorite show is Love is Blind.
I knew you were gonna say.
I like to see who hooks up with who, and then I don't give a fuck about like the next
they get
20
married or
episodes.
not?
I want to see the weddings. Who said yes? Who said no? I don't give a shit about their dumb
Same.
fighting in between, and she'll be like, "Oh, babe, this is the best part. This is the juiciest parts." I'm like, ugh.
We don't
Then
have
I
time
forgot
for
I'm
it.
dating a woman. Ugh. Like,
Yeah, that we're masculine.
I know. I'm like,
You know what?
I was like, and you like Taylor Swift and that Chapel Rowan girl, and I don't like either of those. And you like to hear drama? I don't like that either. Maybe you should grow your hair out again.
Yeah, like, cause I know me. Like, even too, I told him like I'm the type like I don't care where we eat. I just want to eat. If
I just want to get some.
I
tell people, I said, tell me
wanna
where,
get
and then I'll
something.
look up the menu and I'll get some.
Yeah.
Like,
and if that's
I will
chicken
eat some.
tenders,
I'll eat chicken
I'll
tenders.
just- I
Slap that
eat-
shit in gravy,
I'm
ketchup,
tired.
whatever, ranch,
People are like,
whatever
well,
they got.
What do you feel like? I'm like, anything.
Anything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
But-
People have learned, don't ask me, just tell me where we're going. I'm going to look up the menu and be like, oh, I'll fuck this up. And then by the time we get there, I know what I want.
But that is the key sign of us being exhausted. That we're just so
We don't
low key.
care.
We're so chill.
Yeah,
like
we don't
Jonathan
care.
too. Like even Saturday, this man is so lucky because I am very like, if we go out on a
Hot.
nice,
Mm.
bitch. No, we got a nice dinner has to be planned, and I'm like, ugh. Even Valentine's, we got a picture in front of.
I know, I could see you. You looked a little annoyed, and then you looked so excited because you were next to him. But I was just like, that bitch didn't give a fuck about going there.
I didn't. I wanted. You're right. I wanted our picture because we met there 5 years ago for our second date. It was Valentine's. He was like, "What are you gonna do for Valentine's?" And I was like, "Ew, that'd be our second date. That's weird." I was also going through a very different phase, but I was like, "If you want to meet me, me and all my friends are going here." And he met me. And I had a whole bunch of friends I was working with who had also recently been divorced, so we bonded. We were like, yeah, anti-Valentine's. Let's go out to see boys, listen to some live music, have some fun. So he met me out there, and that's when I was like, okay, I like this guy. He was like, that's also when I figured out he was an extrovert.
I was about to say, I've shown up to a couple places by myself where I didn't know fucking anybody, but it wasn't like my kids were nowhere near involved. But it would be like somebody I kind of liked or kind of talked to at one point. They'd be like, oh yeah, well, we're all meeting up here. And I'm like, that's fine. I was like, sounds good. And I walk in like a motherfucker by myself. I'd be like, yep, what's up? And then I'd talk shit to him, her, be like, who's trying to play me in pool? I'm trying to win some money tonight. Like, I'll fuck you up. But if my kids are there and it's like their friends or their like friends' parents, I'm like this. See, I won't say shit. I won't say anything.
And I think the friends there were like, oh yeah, Eddie's an extrovert, but I would never do that. I knew he was an extrovert because he was like, okay, like confidently showed up alone. Didn't know anyone. It was the second time ever meeting me ever. It's Valentine's.
Oh, just the second time? Oh, yeah. That was kind of.
So
I mean,
was like,
it is what it is, though.
This guy's bold. I liked it, though. I was like, this guy he's got some cojones on him. Because I would not.
I was about to say, remember that guy who had that ankle bracelet that I was talking to for a long time?
God.
Girl, for my birthday, he randomly showed up at the bar that me and my friends were at and brought me a cake, roses, all kinds of shit. And I was just like, I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, those are the ones. Red flag number one was that ankle bracelet.
I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
I was like,
No, yeah. And then hearing that my aunt was the one prosecuting him, that even hurt worse. I was just like, ooh.
We don't count him.
So you know her? And he's like, yeah, that's who's on my kid. I was like, oh shit.
Well, and the fact
don't mention me ever to her. She'd be like, not my great niece.
Yeah. She'd be like calling her mom.
Hell nah. You better get her. Oh yeah, no, that's how my parents found out.
Oh my God.
He always wore pants in front of my mom. And so my mom never knew, and then she knew.
But see,
and she found out.
I honestly love that we went to an awesome dinner. I wanted a picture of us in front of Sea Boys because
I was about to say, I liked it. It was cute.
It was very cute, but like we went to, because we were supposed to go see a live show, but I also wasn't, my tummy got upset by what I ate, of course, per usual. And I went safe. I had a steak salad. I was like,
was safe?
I thought it was safe. Is that not safe?
I swear you don't have, I swear you have like a gluten thing. Not a gluten thing, yeah. Or not gluten, lactose, my bad. Lactose. So did you have ranch dressing?
No, I had a vinaigrette, but there was cojita cheese on it.
I think you have a lactose thing. Because anytime you eat like ice cream or
ice cream, forget it.
See,
I can't eat ice cream.
And you're like, I have IBS. I'm like, I think you have something with lactose. But they have those pills, those lactose
Lactate?
pills. Yeah, try it.
I've taken them. Nope.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, my doctor thinks I have Crohn's.
Maybe you're broken.
I think my tummy's just
We're all a little broken.
Yeah.
Girl, that's mine. Like, I've had 13 stomach surgeries.
But
literally.
He was like, do you want to like go and get a drink? And like we like walked to this like outdoor bar, and I like looked at him, and he was like,
can we go somewhere quiet?
He goes, or do you want to go home and watch a movie? I said, yes. I was like, I do. Thank you for dinner and the picture, and I love you.
In our 30s, after kids were not materialistic, we just want to go the fuck home.
Yes. I'm like, he got lucky because I'm not materialistic. I'm not like, take me to all these fancy schmancy places.
Girl, I don't shop, nothing. I don't even like grocery shopping.
Same, I do pickup.
I'm like, Ugh, if I have to go in there, I have a meticulous list, and I do it from this side of the HEB to that side of the HEB.
Because that's
so I don't have to fucking backtrack.
You're back on stage.
Hell yeah. I'm like,
like,
I got 20 minutes. The kids be clocking me. They're like, Mom, you said 10 items. I'm like, fuck, I got like 20 minutes to get out this bitch.
They're like, Brittany Q left to produce, and you're like,
what? Right?
Spotlights following you.
I know. No, Harper, right before we walk in, she'll be like, how many things do we need? I'm like, that sounds like my dad. Like, she sounds like her grandpa.
That's like Star when we have to go holiday grocery shopping. She's like, how long will this take? I'm like, long. Be prepared.
Be ready. Play a game on your phone.
I'm like,
you're
be
fine.
ready. We are going to be here a minute, unfortunately. But yeah, like even this weekend after Brianna's birthday party, he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, because I love cooking. Like anyone who knows me, like cooking is my love language. When I went to Kelly and Vanessa's.
Same. I love cooking.
I made
and
enchiladas.
bacon.
I made, oh yeah, I hope you bake something for Saturday. That's what I was low-key trying to tell you. I'm like, dessert's not taken.
She goes, so like, and not cake, so like a pie, baby? I was just like, you want me to make an apple pie? Because I can do that.
Or that churro cheesecake. I'm acting like it's my birthday. Like, yeah, it looks like a churro cheesecake. I don't even know if Brianna likes it. She'll be like, bitch, it's my birthday party.
I know, she'd be like, ew, what is that? Like, I was like, it was Eddie's request.
I know. She's like, you bitch.
Shit, I'll make like 2 different things.
Yeah.
I know. My friend Sydney came over on Saturday and she was like, they were all like complimenting her like Mexican beans and all kinds of shit. And she was like, guys, thank you. And then she had made some like cookies too. And they were like, oh, these are pretty good. She goes, I'll never be as good as Brittany. And she looked at me and she goes, she goes, especially pies. She goes, I cannot make a fucking pie for some reason. And I make everything homemade. Like besides the apples, of course, I can't do that shit.
Well, you showed me how to make banana bread. Now my banana bread's decent.
I love making that. But like I do all the crusts on every pie, like homemade. And she was just like, yeah, but one thing I can't get down is pies. I was like, girl, that's what took me the longest because you don't want to burn the top whenever it's this deep, right?
So how do you bake it?
You've got to cook the whole. So what I do is I cook it low and slow and I put it on the bottom rack first so that the heat can start to come up the bottom. And then about halfway through an hour, I'll move it to the top so that the top dough can start cooking. Yeah. Because it's deep and you just want, you at least want the middle to be cooked.
I've burnt frozen pies where I'm like, fuck this.
Frozen pies? They make those?
Yes, they make those for us non-bakers. I feel judged. I'm
sorry.
Like, bitch.
Hey, this is where I wear that one hat of where my kids don't eat sweets besides Harper, like, but she'll eat brownies.
But see, I feel like if someone
and so I make all these desserts and then they just sit there, like nobody eats them.
If someone was like, "Who's Brittany off stage?" I'd be like, "Oh, she's a baker, a chill baker who listens to like murder mysteries while she's baking."
Literally,
that's what she does when she's not.
He sawed her head and her limbs off. I was like, "What do you do with her teeth?" He ground up her teeth.
Every time you're like, well, what happened to the teeth? I'm like, who cares?
Because DNA, girl.
See, and for me, it's cooking. So I told him, I was like, I want to just go over.
Cooking is my ultimate love language.
Yes.
I will cook for anybody I love.
I'm going to make a steak, some baked potatoes, and shrimp. I was like, I just want to cook, and like maybe we can watch a movie or just listen to
for this Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh my God, go!
Yeah.
That's cute. I love it.
I don't want to go out.
I don't either, girl. Well, I'll have my kids too.
I want to show them my jammies and be like, all right, I'm cooking.
Here I am.
Yeah. Like, actually,
hey, why don't you cook with just an apron, nothing else?
Well, okay, first of all.
Show them a good time.
I'm trying to also just have him relax on the couch. Because really what's going to happen is he's going to play chess on the couch. And I will get to put on music and cook alone in the kitchen without anyone being like, hey, when's it going to be ready? Or Camden being like, can I help you? Can I help? Yeah, Jed always wants to help. Like, I can be alone and cook. I can just do my own thing, no rush. And he can sit there and play chess. And that could be like, honey.
I literally sent my spouse a thing that says, cooking with you ain't romantic. You're my fucking way. Like, literally, get out of the kitchen.
But he likes being out of my way.
Well, I know, but like, I'll just stir something. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll come back, stirring it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're not supposed to stir it that much.
Oh, what's the thing? He has this village. I forgot what that game is called. But he's always like, I gotta check my village.
Oh, farm? Is it like the...
It's not the farm thing.
I swear
You
my
can,
dad
do
has it too.
battles
It's like
and build-
TikTok. Yeah, some TikTok game. He gets free
That's
shit
your
on
dad.
Temu. My dad, he's like, Brittany, I sent you a request. You don't have to accept it, but at least I get a free thing on Temu. I'm like, how old are you, sir?
I love it. That's what Jonathan's like. I'm like, as you get older, I just love you more. Because you just get more and more like, let's just stay in.
Let's just hang out. Yeah.
I could never date a man my age. Hell no. They're still trying to go out, go to the club, sir.
Wait, we got shit to do by like 7 a.m. We got birthday parties.
Yes.
We got to make breakfast before we go, or else the kids are starving the whole time we're at the birthday party. And then you look like a bad mom who didn't feed her kids before you went.
Or then you don't even
Dude,
know
that's literally us, though. Like, while my spouse is playing games on the PS5, I have my iPad, and I'm playing, like, my project
that.
manager and, like, catching up on levels, because I don't do that during the week. And then so I'm just like, well, fuck, the kids already laid up. I'm gonna play my game while you play your game. Has her headset on and she's like, yeah, fuck around. All I hear is like shooting, and I'm like, I'm going to bed soon.
And
we're getting old.
and even then, I
But
love
I roll
it 'cause
over.
I hear his little chest clicks. He's like,
That's mine too.
yeah. I'm like, I love it, and I'm just like, quiet.
This is what it is.
They're like, Eddie, what do you do off stage? What do you do when the mask is off? I'm like, nothing.
Nothing.
I don't do
Well,
shit.
last Wednesday, so my friend's house that I have under contract in New Braunfels, I went to go say bye to them.
Is that
and
the
it
one
was
with the pool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I was like, damn, should
It's
I buy
so
this
good.
house?
It's so
It was
good.
such a good house and price. I was like, oh my god.
It's a steal.
But they already
And-
sold, right?
Yeah, I close next Monday on
Damn, I knew it was gonna
And-
sell immediately.
it within a day and a half.
Damn.
And we're there last Wednesday, and we're all sitting on the back porch, aligned like the fucking pool and whatnot. And there's, the awning, so you're covered like out of the sun. And we're just all like chilling, rocking, eating Domino's pizza while the kids are jumping in the pool. And we had the music playing on the speakers all the way around, and we were just like, this is the evening. I looked at Briston, I was like, man, this is the evening that I could do every single day.
Oh yeah.
Every single
For the
day
rest of
after
your
work.
life.
Because I had just been at work all day with my autistic kiddos for like 7.5 hours screaming. And then I went to pick up mine. And then they were fighting in the car with each other the whole way to New Braunfels. And I'm just like, I can't wait till we get there. And then we're just rocking in rocking chairs, and the kids are laughing, playing. I was like, oh my God, see, this is what I long for every single evening.
And then
Like,
you're
just everybody's
Am I
at
still on
peace.
stage?
I know, I was like, I know I could literally just sit there, and I was tended to. I got pizza brought to me. I got my Sprite brought to me. Like, it was great. I was just like, you know what? This is awesome. Like, I could do
so
an
is-
evening like this every night.
Is that stuff happening off or on stage? That's what I always worry about imposter syndrome. What is truly happening in my real time? And
Yeah.
what is not, with like me feeling like I'm playing a part?
Well, and I think that's where moms are kind of like, okay, do I have two different personality? Like, do I have split personality syndrome?
I always say, am I manic? When I was at the skate park, I was like, is this mania? Or is this me?
Is this real life or just something I've always been doing and I just didn't realize it? Like, no, definitely. But my therapist had said that a lot of moms at one point, they'll literally ask themselves if they have split personalities.
Yeah.
And it's just because you can mom for so long. Say you're like momming hard nonstop, working hard nonstop, like 90 days in a row. And the 91st day, you don't want to do fucking anything. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't tend to anything. You don't tend to anybody. But then you have major guilt right after.
Oh, I always
The 92nd day, you're just like, what the fuck was I doing yesterday?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
house
even
is
do
shit.
Yep.
Just-
But she was like, that's where you have to really realize that, like, you just needed a little break. Like, it has nothing to
that's
do
okay.
with being a different person. Like, it's okay for you to just not give a fuck one day.
Right.
Like, or 2 days, even. She was like, a whole weekend. She was like, fuck it. Let the house get rowdy and then figure it out next week. She was
Yeah.
like, but don't shit on yourself for those 1 or 2 days that you were like, fine, I just need a break.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. Because I literally at one point was like, am I bipolar? No, I'm not bipolar, because I'd be lashing out. I was like, do I have different person? No, I don't think so either. I was like, I mean, I've been going to therapy, but they would have said something. Like,
well, when I had to take the test for my OCD, it tests for like all those different like ADD, ADHD, neurodivergent.
I mean, I for sure tested positive for OCD.
Same.
Yeah. To where like it even got so bad at one point that like if I touched this side of my nose, I had to touch this side of my nose.
I think what gets
it was bad. Or
for
like
me
if
is-
I gritted this side of my mouth 2 times, I had to grit this side of my mouth 2 times.
Yeah.
Like,
for me, it's like makeup. I can't be without makeup.
oh shit, I hate makeup.
Yeah, I can't.
And
be
see,
without makeup.
mine prevents me from doing makeup every day because
Yeah, I
I
have
get
to.
so like, oh well, this isn't even, and then I just take it all off, and then I just don't.
Oh, see, and I'm like, I can. It's like a ritual to me. I get up, I immediately get up.
Girl, we know. Cruise ship. I'm like, hey, we're just gonna go swimming all day, and she's like, okay.
I have
An
to.
hour of makeup
like
and
I'm
shit, and I'm
dying.
like, Eddie,
I feel
we're
like I'm
just
dying
going
if I
swimming
don't.
all day. Like, no makeup is
I'm
involved
getting the stage
whatsoever.
makeup.
I know, and I'm just like, no makeup, and you're like, makeup. And I was like, okay, and we all sat there and we all waited, but we were just like, all
I
3
love
of
you
us
guys.
not putting on makeup, and you're like, I have to. I'm like,
I
in
know,
case you
but-
meet your honey. I was like, you got one at home. Let's go. He don't give a fuck. Like, come
doesn't.
on. He's
He
seen you
doesn't.
without
He's seen you
makeup. I
without
was like, let's go.
He is actually one of only like the only other partner who's ever seen without makeup.
For real? Oh, shit. Nice.
Like,
I
100% without
have
makeup.
every single person I've ever boned
No.
or dated has seen me
Hell no.
every day without makeup.
No.
If they see me with makeup on, they feel fucking lucky. They're like, where are we going? Like, what? What's going down? Like, and I'm like, I just felt like I needed to be a little extra today. Like,
I'm dead. All right, y'all. Well, till next time. I think it's time for us to take off the podcast mask and just go eat something.
just
I'm
relax.
hungry.
I was
Yeah,
about to
just
say.
relax. All
And
right.
she made hibachi on a little skillet grill
did.
since she didn't have her oven. I was like, damn, girl, get it.
Oh, I hope those people
Gotta
are
do what you
here.
gotta do.
All right, guys. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.